the biggest mistakes first-time home buyers make. We've already talked about these. The first one is obviously not getting pre-approved.
Yeah, I could talk about this all day.
Yeah, give us 20 seconds.
I can't. Okay, so not being pre-approved, it's basically going out and shopping without knowing how much money you have. It gets pointless. I tell clients, I can show you $100,000 homes or $100 million homes. This is pointless unless you know how much you can afford. Not just a sticker number, but what that monthly comes out to as well. Because for every property, it can be different based off taxes and HOAs.
Oh, yeah.
So getting your financing lets me know you're serious, lets the seller know you're serious, and also lets yourself know that you are serious.
It's like 101, people who go out and search and are looking at 500,000. They're like, oh, I really like this. We put them in touch with our lender, Scott Schneiderman of Cross Country Mortgage.
Scotty, bad boy of mortgages.
If we throw them to Scotty and they can afford $350, their hopes are crushed. That's not what we're out here trying to do.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is your hopes are crushed. If I show you homes for $500,000 and then you find out you can only afford $400,000, that mental shift, sometimes I don't see people for 4 months after that.
Yeah, they're not buying.
They're not buying. They need to reset, everything.
No doubt.
Everything needs to reset.
Second biggest mistake is, we talked about down payment earlier. Let's say you arrive at 10% being comfortable for you for a down payment, but you neglect closing costs. Huge mistake.
Yeah.
Getting that, use the word sticker shock again at the very end.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so easy calculation, closing costs are 3 to 3.5% of the purchase price. So whatever home you're buying, 3 to 3.5%.
I use 2%.
You 2%?
Yeah,
2% fine.
2.5. It's not exact science.
Yeah,
okay.
Yep. So let's go around there. And I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't realize, that there are fees associated with buying a home that are outside of the price of the home itself.
For example,
lending fees. For example, why am I blanking?
Attorney fees,
inspection fees, appraisals. Lender fees, appraisals kind of go into closing costs, but the coming up
city,
front,
state, transfer fees.
Transfer stamps, taxes. Sometimes depending on the kind of loan you get, you will have to put up either 6 months of HOAs, or sometimes it's a year of HOAs, sometimes it's 6 months of taxes. So everything's a little bit different depending on your loan type too as well. So I think the only money you really come out of pocket at the beginning is those inspection fees that you don't really get back, and earnest money, which you do get credited, but if you did not know you had to put that money up within 3 days of getting a contract, that's a tough one.
Yeah, no doubt. And then I think a big problem for some people, especially in the single family home game, is not quite understanding how much it costs for owning for a long time.
Yeah, I've told most of my first-time home buyers that a condo is your safest bet, because the exterior, I'm sure you have no idea how that is supposed to be managed. Roof, snow removal, tuck pointing, leaks, you probably don't want to tackle that right now. And when it comes to home ownership, a single-family home, the sewer is your responsibility, all the plumbing in the entire place is your responsibility, the roof,
yep.
If there's any water intrusion around the building, everything. And I think of owning a home is like owning a car. Even if you're the safest driver, something will happen. Someone will ding your car. So if you're the safest driver, even if you're the safest homeowner, there will be a rainstorm. Something will happen, and those things cost money on a grander scale when you're the only one that has to pay for it.
My line is, this is a great house, but I guarantee that sometime in the first 3 months, you're going to have a welcome to home ownership moment.
Yeah.
Finally, the biggest mistake, and this is where we're going to get called used car salesmen, but it's hiring the wrong agent. Oh boy, it's just shame. Is this where we enter shameless self-promotion?
I battle with this a ton, because I try not to, because I feel in this industry, someone else, I think Joey talked about it before, you talked about it before, it's an easy industry to get into. It's a low barrier for entry, so you don't necessarily always know who you're getting. And honestly, sometimes you're just lucky to meet the right agent, where I've had clients I've never met before, and they finally meet me and it's wow, I felt like we got lucky. I'm you kind of did. You have no idea.
Kinda, you did. How many agents in the Chicagoland industry, or Chicagoland area, excuse me?
I know you know this.
I know this off the top. Yeah.
What's it?
So 45,000 in Chicagoland. How many hold a license in Chicago proper?
How much?
12,000. How many people are not, so I consider not part-time if they close more than 3 transactions a year? How many people are closing more than 3 transactions a year of those 12,000?
Half?
300 people. So 300 people are taking this job seriously, in my my most humble opinion.
Yeah.
I think I might be wrong. I think it was maybe like 500 people.
It's such a tough thing of like, you don't know you don't have the right agent until it's too late.
Way too late, yeah.
Because it's not like you're getting a haircut or like having a personal trainer where you have multiple times to vet this person.
Yeah.
You can see what they're doing, say, hey, this isn't the best haircut, this isn't the best workout.
You
You're
have
gonna
that
buy a
problem
home
a lot,
once every,
JP?
what, 5 years, 10 years? 5 years, 10 years? Like, you don't know that this was and what sucks is, not sucks, it's just the market. 5 years from now, the experience of an agent is gonna be very different. So you don't even know if that agent was good or bad, because we're supposed to be getting better every year. Like every month I'm learning something new where I wanna go back to my clients 2 years ago, like, man, I missed like 5 things I wanna be able to take care of next time you're going on a contract. But it's a tough one with that question. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
don't pick the wrong agent.
Yeah.
I can't tell you
I'm
if
not
the
gonna
wrong
get into
agent. Yeah, it's tough.
I think there might be an argument to hire someone who's on a team instead of
Yeah.
a solo agent
Yeah.
because there's multiple layers of experience. So like a brand new agent on our team, for example, they can't f up that bad.
No.
They can't
No.
because we have a transaction coordinator who's checking them. They have you. If, like, worst comes to worst, they have me. Like, there's so many people there where it's hard to make a big mistake. Will mistakes happen? Sure.
We're human.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
everyone on our team is doing things the exact same way. Of course, there's some deviations. You're not going to run a transaction exactly the same way as me, same way as Joey, et cetera. But there's definitely some benefit there, right?
Yeah, I think with having a team, like, I mean, I was a solo agent at some point. You know, everyone starts off like that. I've been on a team, and I'm on a team now. And the amount of knowledge collectively we have is insane.
We just don't see new stuff anymore.
Yeah, we
That's
don't.
all it is.
I literally could ask you any question, and I could ask anybody, and Chris, anybody, say, hey, have you gone through this before? And it's like,
I got
yes,
a new one.
Got it.
I got a new one.
Okay.
For this week. Like, this is the nuance where I'm like, oh, like, when you find out that answer, can you let me know?
Yeah.
So we have a client who's buying a property that it is an Airbnb unit
Okay.
in a condo building. It's like a 3-flat active Airbnb. There are bookings currently coming in February, March. So when we close, our buyer wants to collect that money. How do we make that happen? Welcome to the type of shit that I don't know.
Yeah,
But like,
I don't know.
it's that. I thought that Airbnb could like transfer account ownership to our buyer. No, you
They'll
can't.
probably have to put money in escrow.
You have to shut it down, or that's not a bad idea. Maybe that guy continues to run it and moves the money over, but they have to shut down their account. We have to make a new one. This guy has to cancel the bookings, and they have to rebook with a new account. So far, that's my answer.
Yeah.
But like, these are the types of nuance that
I
we
feel like that
don't
would
know
be
yet.
the cleanest way.
I don't
the
know.
easiest way would be like put money in escrow.
But like this is like the fact of the matter is next time someone on the team has that question, I'll have the answer.
Yeah.